Welcome back. I have a new gameplay video for game 4 I'd like to show you. So let's go ahead and start it up. This is going to be a simple mission. I often get questions on why don't you show all kinds of stuff or everything that you've got in the game so far. It's a balancing act, to be perfectly honest, between wanting to show you stuff and not wanting to spoil the game. So anyway, for this video, I've just made a very short mission to show some of the new things in the game, and you'll see some familiar stuff as well. So I've started the mission up, and there are some interesting structures that you see that have formed in the mission. There's this rotating collection of particles. There's this collection that looks like one of our own ships. There's this little halo of particles down here, and there are these, zoom way in, there are these other particles that are in clumps, little 2x2 quads, but they appear to be bound to each other, and they're square. From our last video, you remember we have land, and it was called bog in the previous build. It's called mire now. When the particles hit the land, they infect it and start to cover the land. And from even earlier videos, you remember this spatial region that slows down particles, but it kind of gets worn through and corrupted, so it doesn't work anymore. That's the red streaks. So I've let this mission run. I've done something foolish. Normally you wouldn't start a mission this way. You might start your mission at the same time the particles do, but I thought it would be interesting to let the mission start before I started to play, and then since this is an easy mission, let's do something really foolish. And let me pause the game. I'm gonna drop our initial headquarters in enemy territory, just so you can see what happens. And then let's try to get him out of here and see if we can recover from this disastrous start. Oh, whew. Maybe not. We'll see. So this ship starts firing particles. This defender ship here is in pursuit, and we've just got to get over here. We took serious damage on the headquarters, but it's okay. He's healed. We actually came close to losing the headquarters. If you lose some of the structures on the headquarters, the whole thing can blow up, and that's not good. And losing the headquarters will likely be a game-losing event. So we don't want to do that. Anyway, I managed to survive this terrible start, at least so far. So let's continue and see if we can get a recovery now. I'm going to pause the game and go ahead and queue some stuff up to build. Since there are lots of energy pods on this map, by the way, this is just a testing map. That's why it's so easy. It's just for testing some game concepts. We're picking up these energy pods. They'll help our initial build. Oh, some of these particles are going to come in, take out my ships before I can do anything about it. Let's get these lathes built. Okay, I think they're getting mature enough to take care of themselves now. And let's replace that destroyer that got lost, because we're going to build our fleet and we're going to march forward and exact revenge. All right, one more out here on the end to pick up. Okay, and now down here we'll help this lathe collect all of these energy pods, just so we have all the energy we need. There we go. We're getting some plenty of energy now. From previous builds, you'll notice I'm showing a lot more information up here at the top in the info area. Some of this will change to be more visual and graphical, of course, as the game matures. But right now, it's information. It's informative. Pause the game here, and because I would like to build some mires and some harvesters. Let's get these guys on board. Those harvesters will collect they will strip mine the land and give us our remnant. We have 10,368 available remnant on this map. We've collected none of it so far, but that would let us purchase upgrades. The mire, of course, covers the land in blue joy. It increases our energy efficiency and it helps protect the land. So anyway, we've got our fleet built. Let's advance forward. One other neat little trick. I can group select and let's move forward. I'm going to leave the headquarters behind on this mission because, like I said, we don't want to lose it. It's a game losing event if he gets in trouble, and he's not heavily armored. He can get in trouble real quickly. So let's see. One option here is I'm going to build some mires right here in space because I'm going to sneak and grab this island here and cover it in mire. Okay, and while that's ongoing, let's just probe the enemy defenses and see what happens. So I'm going to send a destroyer on a little reconnaissance mission. So it looks like, I'll pause the game now, it looks like this defender is going to come to the rescue. He doesn't like it when anyone gets nearby. And let's see if we can steer south. And this guy starts firing particles at us whenever something gets too close. So let's see if we can retreat and observe this behavior. Okay, looks like he has a range or a maximum edge around this area right here, and then he'll go back and recover. So we'll have to factor that in for our assault. In the meantime, let's select these guys and let's send them on a little safe maneuver here. In fact, let's just slide our whole fleet down to this general area. Park him in behind manually. We want we'll take the tanker with us. In particular, that tanker, I want him to supply energy to these mire. They will cover the land quickly. Of course, our ships are taking shots at the enemy mire on the land because there's nothing else to shoot at. So when there's no particles nearby, they will shoot at that enemy mire. Okay, so I'm a little nervous about this. I'm not exactly sure. I've not played this mission since I've tweaked it, by the way. So let's see what we can do. I'm not sure what contact's going to be like, but it looks like I'm about to find out. This wolf ship design, very effective with those missiles against these enemy structures. I call these enemy structures, they're doppelgangers of your ship, so I just call them doppels. It's got a lot to do with the story, but suffice it to say, the particles start to emulate. They start to understand your forces, and they start to try to copy it, at least in crude, almost biological ways, with these jelly-like structures which resemble the shape of your ships. And that's what these guys are. So let's, you know what? While that's ongoing, I think that ship's not too bad. Let's go in for the kill here. You know what? These cruisers are probably the better choice because their particle beams will hit some of these particles. I'm going to move forward so he takes all the damage, I hope. Particle beams from the, you can see one here, from the cruisers can slow down the incoming projectile particles. Yes, there we go. Boom! Got him. And now let's retreat and think a moment. We did lose a destroyer in the process. Not too bad though. Let's see if we can grab this land energy source. Maybe it's back up. still taking shots at us, but we've almost got it built. Okay. Okay. Good. Let's back up now. All right. So now we've got an emitter here, this rotating projectile firing doppel bad guy thing, and then this mess down here. I don't think we're going to get anywhere. Well, we could swing across the south, I suppose, or we could just engage this guy. You know what? This is this video's for fun, right? So let's let's not play it safe. Let's see if we can move in and make a difference this way. If not, I have an idea what I can do. It might be very wasteful, but see, these doppels, they're made out of particles, and their central core is what you have to destroy. But it can regenerate the hull, so I'm going to do something not advisable, but it's probably going to work. I'm going to fly right into it. See if I can damage it enough to take it out. Okay, we took the ship out, but it looks like it has a core that spawns a new ship. Let's get in there and take that out before a new one gets created. By the way, these new one's getting created now. I see that. By the way, these graphics, of course, are temporary. They're just stubs right now. Okay. No match for that. Two destroyers made the ultimate sacrifice, but it's okay. They're remotely piloted. No, don't worry, no one died in the process. Just 20, 30 trillion credits of military hardware went up in smoke, but that's what it's for, right? Okay, let's move south on this map, because I'm gonna try something. These 4x4, these 2x2s, these quads, I have experience with those. They can be tough to deal with. So I want this ship down here. I want to pick this guy up, because that extra wolf will no doubt come in handy. Let's pull some particles forward. So I'm trying to stay out of trouble. Get some guys in range. Let's pull this guy forward. I want him to take the damage if any particles decide to come and pursue. So let him hold the line. All right, I'm going to try not to sacrifice him. I'm going to back him up. Let some of the other ships take some damage. Okay. We might be able to sneak in here now. Let's see if we can. If we can sneak two of those guys in there. Pull forward. I kind of took some hits there. It's okay. All right, I'm going to move in. Good. They're in range here of the tanker, so they're going to get resupplied anyway. Just going to hold position. I think we got it. All right. Now it's time for that pickup. And let's build him. We're just doing some remote building today, and we're letting the tanker take care of everything. Not a lot of enemy pressure and not a huge energy demand. So we're able to pull that off with just one tanker. I'll pull this lathe back and pick up these energy pods here. Don't really need them. Got 1226 energy in store in some other energy pods over here, but you never know. You just never know when it'll come in handy. Okay, let's go ahead and get in position. Don't want to get too close and wake up a monster before it's time. I never even bothered. Let's do a fire range and a rate and Move speed, sure, why not? Never even bought any upgrades yet in this mission. So move in for the kill here. Those who follow the videos will notice that things change each video. Sometimes things are added, sometimes things are taken away. It's the nature of game design. I would like to video and blog more frequently. It's difficult though when you're running the whole show yourself, designing, supporting, implementing. But I do like to take time every now and then and show some interesting milestones along the way. There will be more, I can tell you that. There are more interesting things planned. Some may work out, some may not. But the ones that work out, I promise you'll get a glimpse of them in future videos. And timetable wise, I get asked about that a lot. I don't like to shoot myself in the foot and give out even really estimates. The game will be ready when it's ready. You can kind of tell how it's advancing, and those who've followed my games before sort of you can probably have a good reasonable guess as to when I'll be happy, based on some videos you see. But it's not going to be this month, it's not going to be next, I can promise you that. Beyond that, I just don't know. Will it be this year, next year? I can't say. What I can say is I'm about to mess up here. I'm not sure. I think I'm talking too much and playing too little. Let's trying to keep an active lathe in range. Let's do something foolish. Let's just call him the big guy. He's big but sensitive. He's I'm not paying attention then. Lost a lathe. Let's see if we can pull him into action and bring some other ships up to maybe take some damage. Like I said, I got to keep a close eye on him because I don't want anything bad to happen. But he has a lathe. In this case, it came in quite handy. Okay, so there you have it. Thanks for watching as usual, and please check back in the future. Thanks.